Hello there and welcome along to this next episode. Today I need to be fitting this. Which is a water level monitor. So this goes in my clean water tank through the top. So I'm going to make a hole with my hole saw and then I put this on. It's got a rubber gasket and a big washer, so you screw that on. I have to cut the two longest probes to have a critically low level, a low level, a medium level and a full level. So that's that one. You get a monitor which you press a button. So as you see just there, when you want to check your water levels, you press your little button there and it should show you your clean water here. I have bought a voltage meter as well. I'm putting in the same little frame, and the frame is going to go, well, the switches are going to go just here. I've fixed my red and my black cables for the ground and the live, so they are fixed together there, ready to go back to the battery. And then the other one comes already wired up, some circuit board stuff going on with the cables already done. They come ready with plugs on the end just for you to plug in. For the dirty water tank you get these metal contact proby things which you fix to your dirty water tank, because there is actually some instructions with this which is quite good, and there's part of it in English. Probably won't finish it all today, but it will all be the same video, so don't worry, you won't have to go looking for the second part. Let's get on with it. I have cut out my two holes for the switches, so they will go there and that will fix just there, and then the surround will go over the top. That is the first part fitted. I've got the water level monitor and then the voltage meter, and then the little frame just clips on. These are called CBE, Charlie Bravo Echo, CBE switches, and they're great because you get the surround with the little insert, and then these little bits you just choose from loads and loads of different things which ones you want. I'll show you my other switches. Here are my other switches on the end of the kitchen unit. I've got my double USB, I've got a 12 volt cigarette lighter, and then this goes to my inverter, and this switch here switches the inverter on and off. Although when I am on shore power, I unplug the extension lead that comes to this socket and I plug it straight into the mains power. So this is actually running off mains power at the moment, so no need to use the inverter. And just to show you, my light switches also match. I got my wiring part done, I'll show you. So that's working, 12.6 volts. That it's working, but it's not showing anything because I've not attached the rest of the gubbins. And while I was making a mess, I'd got a spare USB socket and thought I'm going to put it just here, because then it means I can put my iPad on the seat sort of just here and let it charge up. I have to drill a hole in the top of my tank. I've decided I'm going to do it right in the centre, because then if the van is parked on an angle, the centre point is going to have the most accurate reading, I guess, whereas if I put it at one end or the other, depending on which way the van is leaning, will depend on if the water seems fuller or emptier. So I've decided here is going to be the point, and inside, let me see if I can do this without dropping you in. Inside I've put a dish under where the hole is to try and catch as many of the bits as I can as possible, and there's just an empty can underneath it to support it because I've not emptied all the water out as there's loads of it. I managed to catch some of the blue bits, although there's a few floating around that I'll have to try and fish out as well. Hopefully a tea strainer will do the job. The next is to try this thing in the hole and see how much I need to cut off the probes. From looking at the diagram, I need to have, where are we? So my longest on empty probe needs to be the far left one. So this will need to be my longest. This will need to be my 1/3 of a tank left. Then this is my 2/3 of a tank left, and there's a little one there which is the 3/3 of a tank left. So full. Better get the hacksaw out. According to my measurements, I need to take off about 5 centimeters from the end of here. So I've got my junior hacksaw, and I'm going to cut both off before testing it, and then I will cut the intermediate one I need to do as well. Just tested them and they fit, so I need to cut a little bit off this one, probably about 1/2 inch maybe, because then this one is full tank, this one is half a tank, this one is sort of you're onto your reserve, and this one is virtually empty. So I should cut a bit off that one and then I'll start getting it fitted into the tank. So that is my 3 prongs, different lengths, well 4 prongs, sorry, different lengths. I have plugged it in to test it and it works. So what I need to do now is put this around here, which is the rubber gasket thing. I need to put this through the hole, and then I need to find the end and screw this on once it's inside here. And that's as tight as I could get it. Moment of truth is to plug it in, so I'll make sure that my cables line up, so I get my white to white, yellow to yellow. There we go, that's nice and firmly clicked into place. Now I'll focus you in onto the sensor and show you what lights I've got. Okay, so to activate it, you press the button just here, and that shows me that my tank is 2/3 full, which is good. Obviously if I put some more water in, it will light the green light at the top, and if I get rid of some, it will show the red light at the bottom. This one here is for the wastewater, but as of yet I've not fitted that, so that's why it's not doing anything. For the wastewater tank, I have bought this, I think it's 23 litres, but I can't remember. But I didn't want a massive one because you don't want to be carrying loads of wastewater around with you. The only thing is, it only has small inlets. So unless you're going to get a baby to help, and they're probably not going to understand what you want them to do, it's going to be quite difficult to do this. But for here, you only have these little sensors, which the rubber part of it goes on the inside of the tank, and all the rest of it goes on the outside. So I figure, well, it's going to go this way up under the van, because I'm going to fix my outlet tap here to let the water go, and the incoming water will just have a hole drilled somewhere here. So the easy thing is to fix my plumbing for the outgoing water. I can fix it onto this cap, so I can easily get that off to do my fiddling about. With this, I'm just going to fit them as far as I can reach my fingers in to hold the bolt. So probably going to end up fitting them here. You have to have them, I think, between 2 and 4 centimeters apart. Yay, I can reach the inside. And there's the second one. I find my proby thing. I don't suppose it matters which is which, because neither of them are marked and they're both exactly the same. I've just got a piece of wet tissue paper to join my contacts together. And yeah, look, you can see I don't even have to press the button. It shows me that the water needs emptying. Hey, so that works. Just got to work out how to secure it to the bottom of the van, probably with some massive cable ties that I've got. I've been to B&Q and I have bought a tap. It's called a lever arm ball valve, and it's 15 millimeters. It has a screwy nut on each end, and this will fix onto the cap, which goes on the underneath side of the waste thing container. So I will. Ooh, it's got an olive. I don't know much about plumbing, but I know that's an olive. And that's a tap. Probably isn't a tap. Comment underneath if it's not a tap. So that will go there. I'll drill a hole for this. This will go on the inside. Blah 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 blah. And then let's put olive over there. And then when I want to empty it, it's hard. When I want to empty it, I guess that will be off. So it'll be like that normally. When I want to empty it, I will just reach under the van, do that, let the water out, and then close it up again. So the tap is going to fit on there, like that. That will be near the side of the van, so I can reach under. If I need to clean it out, I can take that cap off, I can jet a hose in there, give it a good swish round, and all the rubbishy water will come out here. I had a 20mm drill bit, hole cutter thing, whatever you call it, one of them things, which luckily is the perfect size. Look, and that will screw through the hole. It's such a perfect size. I will find a spanner to tighten that up. There's the thing, and that will be to release the water. That'll be to turn it off again. My wastewater pipe comes through the floor just here, as you can see. So this is going to go just here, and then the pipe will go through the little hole. I've cut the hole just here, somewhere there, for the pipe to go through. So this is going to get secured with some cable ties somehow. They are big boys, so should be okay. Well, it's all fitted, so I am testing it now, just filling the sink up so that it will fill the tank up. Well, it's all filled up with water now from the tank, so let's have a look. It has got a small drip, at least it's outside, and then I flick the handle and let it go. I fed the cable for the wastewater monitor. I've dropped it through the gas dropout valve. Vent, it's not a valve. Then I've cable tied it to the chassis along and fixed it onto the tank. As you saw, I've tested it and it works. I have sorted out that drip. I managed to find a little rubber washer that was the right size. So I've put a rubber washer onto the inside of the red cap that goes under the water tank. So now the drip has stopped, which pleases me. So that's about it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative. And it was actually a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be, because it just seemed like it was going to be really complicated, but in reality it was really quite simple. Using that black water carrier with the red top and the one on the side, well, it's actually underneath it now, worked out really well, because by putting the probes just near to one of the leads meant I could just put my finger inside and screw with the probe on, and then the other one I've used and I've screwed the tap through that, which just comes straight out the bottom of the container. So easy to get rid of the water, just park up over a drain and let it all go. And the good thing is that I can still take the other cap off and squirt hose pipe in when I want to clean it out. As I say, that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been informative. Please do give me a like, and if you can leave a comment, that would be good. And better still, please subscribe, and there will be a button just here.